Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. We've got a Liberty Scope 104 for you today. A few updates for this year. Last year was year one of the Scope 104. Really all of Liberty's skis were all new last year. This kind of took the place of where the Origin 106 left off, and a few of those things carry forward into Scope 104. It's got great balance, it's lighter weight, it's flexible, it's fun, it's got a thicker wood core, so it feels pretty solid for its weight. But then a few things don't, like there's no metal in this ski, so it ends up being a little bit more flexible, a little bit more playful. They certainly emphasize more of a terrain park and a freestyle component with a central mount point and a more symmetrical rocker profile. But overall, yeah, it kind of picks up where that other ski left off as being kind of a free ride twin tip meant for kind of advancing skiers. I think that aggressive experts might overpower this Scope 104 by a little bit, and that's okay. There's a huge range of skiers who are looking for something that's more flexible, that's more amenable to easier use and won't give you a hard time in the trees or in the bumps, and will also allow you to progress in the park despite it being 104 millimeters underfoot. Construction-wise, we're built with a poplar wood core and we get a phenolic plate. So that phenolic plate is just a stiffer plastic that's used just kind of as backup here, not only for binding retention, but also adds a stiffer component to the midsection of the ski. So it ends up being pretty light overall. That thicker core does kind of taper to a thinner profile in the tips and tails, and that's going to give you a lighter swing weight and better balance in the air, especially if you're on this center mount point as opposed to recommended, and that's better for more directional skiers. This is the 172, and we're on the scale here at 1,733 grams. So there's, enough heft in here to make it feel like there's something on your feet, but it's still pretty light overall. Additionally, it does have a very flexible nature to it, and really interesting because it's more, more of a symmetrical flex, so a pretty flexible tail as well, and that's going to really allow skiers to be more creative and individualistic in their turn shapes and styles, and just make freestyle skiing easier overall. If you're looking to do some groundwork, butters, stuff like that, this ski does a great job at holding up to that type of use for sure. Shape-wise, it's 104, so it's starting to get a little bit wide for terrain park, like resort terrain park specific use, but anything backcountry or natural on the mountains will work really well for this thing, especially if you ski mostly in softer snow areas. Pretty high camber underfoot here, and then pretty symmetrical rocker profile, wider tips than tails, so it is a directional ski, and then that taper is brought down, but not quite entering past that rocker zone. So there is an interesting kind of, entry point into the turn. It doesn't hook in. There's a little bit of a lag if you're expecting it to just directly hook in when you put it on edge. It just takes an extra half a second to get past that taper and into the camber of the ski. But yeah, a little bit more of a pin-tailed shape here in the back, and that's just making it smoother overall. Round shape, round turns, those two things line up really well. Radius of 18.5 meters here in the 172, and just a really well-rounded ski with good balance overall. I think that if you're mixing, trees, last year this came up as just being one of the best tree skis out there because of the blend of flex and weight, just so easy to maneuver through tighter spots. But yeah, we have some other tester feedback too. Tester Jose Darius, this ski strikes a good balance of playfulness and power that feels intuitive enough that just about anyone can get on the ski and have a good time right away. The lack of peak performance doesn't speak to me personally, but it is a good intermediate ski. Yeah, I think if you're, an accomplished skier, an aggressive expert, and you're looking for that top-end performance, yeah, you won't find it here in a Scope 104. But if you're an intermediate or an advanced skier who's looking for something that does kind of mix, on trail, off trail, park, ease of use, flexible nature, Nice lightweight feel. Scope 104 is a fantastic choice. So that if that sounds like you, make sure to check out this Liberty Scope 104 here at SkiEssentials.com, and we will see you out there on the hill. Bye.